Okay, my fellow American citizens, today's date is September 12th, 2017, and my name is Leslie Williams. Now, if you've been following me, this Periscope account, then I'm sure you're probably consciously aware of some of the criminalities that I expose, and the techniques of how the criminality is perpetrated in reference to gang-stalking crimes. So, if you have been watching my account, then you have also observed that I make predictions pertaining to what may, could, or will happen around me, concerning me, about me, towards me, and or against me, and or my property. Property including bike lock, computers, backpack, duffel bag, and anything I'm carrying on my entire body. Now, I make these predictions because if anything or everything that I predict comes true, I then fold that current evidence onto every single other thing that has happened to me because of this crime. All of that has been predicted. Okay, so I can eventually utilize that later and present it in court to be in addition to what is known as materials of discovery, which is called evidence. Now, so you can go to my blog, which is attached to my Twitter account, that Twitter account being at HIGGINSGGGG. That's one word. Exposing Truth is the name of the account. The blog is attached to the profile of it. So, tomorrow I'm going to be going to a Starbucks off of La Jolla Village Square Drive in La Jolla, California, which is located in San Diego County. I haven't been to that Starbucks, in months, in reference to going in there to use my computer while I'm in there. I visited that Starbucks maybe on 2 or 3 occasions in the past few months just to go inside to maybe go to the bathroom and to get some water. But I have not went in there at all to use my computer. Well, maybe once I did. To use my computer for like maybe 40 minutes on one of these pit stops to use the bathroom. Okay, but I had not went in there and used my computer for 2-3 hours in months. Okay, now, then later on in the day, I'm going to be going to Vons off of Regents Road and Arabia Street. I have not been in this Vons since the incident occurred in Vons, at that Vons, on August 31st, 2017. I'm going there to mainly update my MTS bus card because they have a machine in there that enables you to update your bus pass. Now, if I am banned from there before I can get the bus pass, okay, I'm predicting that right now. If I'm banned after I get the bus pass, I'm predicting that right now. Now, what would happen as a result of me being banned from there, especially before I get the bus pass? Well, as of right now, I only am aware of one way that you can update your bus pass outside of going to this particular Vons. That other way being that I would have to go way downtown San Diego to the MTS new trolley store, which is, I think, located by their headquarters. Now, I already know that neighborhood is extremely bad. It's the surrounding immediate areas next to that building is infested with homeless people, social deviants, okay, and people who are extremely down and out. Now, gang stalking perpetrators. You can Google grocery stores and gang stalking. You can even Google Vons and gang stalking. Excuse me. You can also research GPS tracking and gang stalking. And you can also research public transportation services and gang stalking. So basically, in the gang stalking criminal expedition, which is perpetrated by the system, and public transportation is part of the system, but it can also be additionally working in a covert partnership with any place, universities, libraries, grocery stores, restaurants, movie theaters, because these corporations, these businesses, okay, work within the community, and the way gang stalking is perpetrated by the system and their networking, partnering relationships, all of them being covert, okay. In other words, when you go to Google and you research how you can type in the name of any 10 well-known businesses in the United States that every American knows about, like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Sears, Home Depot, Burger King, the name of any well-known huge grocery store chain, to gang stalking. Okay, 10 well-known businesses to gang stalking, and then you can even really go out of your way and type in these same business names to gang stalking to 5 different states and look at what comes up. Then go to Google and type in gang stalking in libraries. Then go back to Google's and type in gang stalking in universities. Now, the reason I'm telling you to do all this is because think about what I'm saying. When you look at how many Google-generated responses come up pertaining to, including coffee shops, pertaining to these different names, think about what I'm saying. Grocery stores, coffee shops, public transportation services, universities, and libraries. Now, these are separate entities. Some of them are government-connected, like libraries, and even tax-subsidized universities. Okay, how can all these different types of places, corporations, the government, libraries, okay, university campuses, and so on, how can they all be perpetrating the same crime? And then how is all of it protected by the system? Do you understand? The only way that something like that could be going on, which you'll be able to deduce that it absolutely is, okay, is that somebody has a power position in the community that has the networking capabilities that is attached to their employment description to be able to covertly collude with, okay, these aforementioned descriptions. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to do all this is because Starbucks is a coffee shop. Google that to gang stalking, including coffee shops in general, and Starbucks as well, specifically. Vons is a grocery store, so you can research Vons and gang stalking, then go back to Google and type in grocery stores and gang stalking, which can also include management, employees, people coming in acting as customers, and even the security guards at business plazas. Google that to gang stalking. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because gang stalking is a crime that is cleverly perpetrated, always disguised to make it appear that whatever is happening to the target is either happening because of something the target did and or through normal appearing reasons, excuses, and mishaps. Okay? Mental and verbal provocations are one of the huge aspects of gang stalking, meaning that, but not limited to, they will damage your property like your car or your bike while you're in the store. You come out and you notice it. You obviously become aware that it's because of gang stalking, because you know you've been gang stalked outside of the store and in the store. Okay? Then you go back on a subsequent date, and all of a sudden the business employees start blaming you for things that are extremely minor, like maybe taking too many napkins from the Starbucks counter or whatever. They know that's going to mentally provoke you to possibly say something because they know that your bike was damaged because of this crime. And the same people who are getting on your case about taking napkins are connected to the business that is involved in the gang stalking of you. So basically what I'm describing here is an intentional, creative, mental provocation to get you to say something about being gang stalked so they can deny it's occurring, call you crazy about it, and even ban you by trying to say that, well, you're saying you're a victim of a crime, and we've never heard of this crime before, and since we have no knowledge of it, but yet you're accusing us of it, while you're taking napkins that you shouldn't be, maybe it's best that you don't come back. You understand how it works. Staged events directly connected to gang stalking. And staged events can be as little as attempting to mentally provoke the target to act out verbally and or physically so they can then use that as a reason to ban you. Absolutely. They will lie about every bit of it, call you crazy concerning it, and those are methods of gang stalking as well that can be Googled. So what I do is predict what these wild, filthy, criminally insane, absolute lying criminal whores will do before they do it. One thing I do concerning them to prove that they're involved in this is I predict what they're going to do before they do it. Now, when I go into these businesses, at the very most, anything that I do that maybe they can say I shouldn't be is maybe taking a few napkins from the Starbucks counter. I'm not going to be stupid and do that no more. I shouldn't have never done it to begin with because that was giving them a reason to suck me into a confrontation. Hold on. Okay. But no one's ever going to pay for the damage to my brand new bike. That's for damn sure. They're not even going to admit that it ever happened or being connected to gang stalking in any way. Of course not. Because at the end of the day, businesses only care about one thing, and that is their bottom line. Okay? They don't want any type of negative criminal association attached to their image or their establishment. They know that will bound them to criminal prostitution and civil liability. So what they will then do is stage creative events in order to try and provoke the target to act out so they can claim the target's a threat to themselves or others, or that they're interfering with the operations of the businesses, and or that the target's behavior is inappropriate and therefore they believe that it's best that they just don't come back. Okay, and they always dress it up under the guise of, well, we're just a business here trying to run our business, okay, and we just want to make sure that everybody comes in and feels, happy and safe, when it's nothing but complete bullshit. So to give you an example about this, you can go to Google and type in human trafficking and gang stalking. They know I'm exposing them because cyber surveillance is a method of this crime. Every single time that I've started exposing any specific place to be involved in the gang stalking of me, within a month or two, they start staging events and provocations and then use those events as normal appearing reasons to ban you. This is exactly what they do. They literally follow the same template of behavior every place the target's being targeted at. Libraries, universities, stores, restaurants, movie theaters, you name it. Because gang stalking operates on a template of protocols, methods, and tactics, meaning that their behavior is pretty much the same. Excuse me. And always remember, when any type of staged event goes on in any place that has video cameras anywhere around the physical proximity of where the target's at, as the event is unfolding and so on, they got to make it appear that the target's the one who's out of line, because they got to have a normal appearing justified reason to ban a target, including portraying that on the video camera. And that's why the target is constantly creatively harassed every time the target goes into the business, including up on entry and exit, okay, in order to let the target know they're being gang stalked at these places, review sensitization methods in gang stalking. While they deny that they were never involved in it, they'll deny they even know what the crime is. They'll call you crazy concerning it, and then they'll say it's best you don't come back for the sake of that we can't have this type of thing going on in our business, in reference to you claiming that you're being gang stalked and that you're now even saying our employees may be involved in it. It's nothing but bullshit. It's bullshit to make it appear that they have normal appearing reasons to ban you, because they believe once you're banned you can't come back, and that the syndicate will just continue the expedition, which will tie you up into the results and effects of each continued periodic staged event that comes about towards you, and they know that will keep you tied up in the business of those results and effects. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is they know that the expedition is going to continue. They know they're protected downtown in reference to the courts and the police, so they're completely and 100% reassured that they will never be criminally prosecuted or win any, or that they'll lose any court case in reference to civil liability, because it's the system that they're working with. Do you understand? Okay. So, what I do in response to the absolute, these wild, filthy, maggot animals will literally accuse you of things that they're actually doing. That's how bad it is. Literally. Okay. So we're going to see when I go in there. So if I get banned there, especially before I obtain a new MTS bus card, and let's see if they say the machine's down, okay, then that will cause me to have to go downtown San Diego, which is infested with lowlifes, social deviants, people that are down and out like you would not believe, and they are all over downtown San Diego. Now, and then if anything happens to me down there, including on all visits to Social Security, okay, and so on and so forth, because I never go downtown San Diego anymore, and the only time I ever really did go downtown San Diego was to go to the law library, okay, and to update my bus pass when the transit store used to be one block off of the same block that the law library was at. This was before I even started utilizing that bonds, and as a result of having not yet ever went there, I did not know that they had that ability to be able to update your bus pass. So back when I used to go to the law library, I used to just update my bus pass in downtown San Diego when their transit store used to be off of Front Street and Broadway. Well, they closed that down and moved, I think something like 10 months ago. Okay, so don't think that this criminal expedition will not stage an event to cause you to have to go to a worse neighborhood. So when something happens to you, they can say, well, Leslie, it happened to you because you were downtown, and look at all these different types of people that are down here that are probably prone to criminalities and coming at you and doing things towards you because they got issues, if you know what I mean. If you've ever been downtown San Diego, okay, it's bad. I mean, it's real bad. So remember what I said, though, earlier in this video, that one of the main methods of gang stalking is to apply, but not limited to apply normal appearing excuses, reasons, and mishaps concerning what's happening to you and or your property. So if they steer you to a neighborhood that's really bad, they can then claim that, well, whatever happened to you because it's a bad neighborhood, instead of it being gang stalking. Now, gang stalking relies on this kind of shit. It does. Because the police always have to have some type of reasonable, plausible deniability excuse. And they will take advantage of anything and everything in order to make it appear that they do have these reasonable, plausible deniabilities. Make no mistake about it. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Absolutely. A huge portion of this crime is covertly managed, leaving it almost impossible for the victim to prove that any of it's being staged, and that's why I predict what I do. Now, I mind my own business everywhere I go. I'm even polite to these Bonds employees and these other employees at these other businesses, establishments that I've been gang stalked at and to, okay? Because I try my very, 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 very best to ignore what they're doing, okay? While trying to just keep my cool, keep my posture, and since I'm a Christian, I try my best to still just try and treat people with respect, even though I am being treated like total shit in these places, and you would not believe the evidence I got. That's why I told you to go to my blog. The evidence concerning the type of harassment that is exposed in my blog has been caught in that Bonds on at least 40 occasions, on video and audio. Make no mistake about it. And the damage that was done to my bike was predicted that it would be done that morning in a tape recorder, and 5 minutes before I entered the parking lot that I had to walk through in order to actually get to the store of Bonds. So, do you really honestly think that's an accident? Okay. Now, remember what I said. All businesses, all establishments that are involved in this crime will deny that it's occurring. They'll deny even knowing what gang stalking is. The police will play their role in any type of event when they're called. Okay, absolutely, because their goal at the end of the day is to protect the businesses, the universities, the government buildings that this shit goes on, so nobody's able to be sued. If you can't get a police report verifying that this crime's happening to you, it's harder to sue in court. But they will falsify documentation about the target. Google that to gang stalking. Google the police and gang stalking. Google supermarkets and gang stalking. You know, like, why is it that you can go to Google and type in Walmart and gang stalking? Okay, McDonald's and gang stalking. What else? You know, just think of the name of any well-known 10 business names, okay, and Google it to gang stalking, then do it to 5 different states like Michigan, California, New York, Texas, Florida, and look at what comes up. Do you honestly think that the results that come up are an accident? If this shit wasn't really going on. And when I say Google Bonds and gang stalking, do that, and then Google grocery stores and gang stalking. Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to see also if I'm arrested for illegal lodging, trespassing, or encroachment, or anything else in the next 72 hours. Anywhere, okay? They made me homeless in Michigan. That was one of the main reasons why I came to San Diego. My blog shows videos of me reporting being gang stalked to police in Michigan, and then it turns around and exposes hundreds of videos of indisputable evidence of me being identically verbally harassed everywhere I go in San Diego. Okay, so that should automatically show you that I was subject to what is known as interstate stalking, which is a federal offense. The police will not investigate one bit of it, leaving me in the continued victimization of it. So what I do is employ my own strategies to prove this crime is factually occurring by and through, but not limited to, recording what's going on around me as it's going on, predicting what they might do through Twitter, tweets on Twitter, email files, blogs, digital tape recording audio files, video files, and through Periscope. Then if what happens, and then if what I predict happens, I expose that, and I just keep exposing everything that I predicted that eventually comes true. My name is Leslie Williams, so let's see if any event transpires that causes me to be banned from any business plaza, any specific business. Okay, Bonds, Starbucks, let's see if anybody accuses me of being a threat to myself or others. Okay, or anything else. Let's see if any of my property's damaged, like my computers, my bike block, anything in my backpacks. Let's see if anybody tries to assault me or psychologically intimidate me or create any type of incident that causes the police and or security to come, because this is the shit connected to gang stalking. And what I'm doing is exposing it. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.